just around the corner as you get a look at Bills Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Houston Texans.
Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
On first down, Watson. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Watson.
Open man is Jordan, the tight end.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A huge play there for Houston.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Patterson on the carry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Darius Slayton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Here's the first carry of the game for Zach Moss.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
1st and goal at the 40.
They'll run here with Moss.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Zach Moss.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up across the 35. Before he's out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. .13 yards remaining on second down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. Now a give to Breida, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Allen, maybe with a free play. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. From the gun, it's Allen. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 10 yards away. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So after the INT, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open.
What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So the extra point good, and a roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Watson now to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. Powers by at the 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Allen.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Forced out to his left. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on third and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They go counter with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second down and goal. Allen sliding out. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Touchdown, Bills! Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills head on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps offering good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click. And I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath for those guys on the defensive side of the ball. They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Texans scoop it. There he goes right side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now a 2nd down and 6. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On the handoff, this is Breida. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Check down to Breida. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They run with Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. It's complete to Chris Conley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Buffalo. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Moss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They give it off here to the tight end. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone. But that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run. Here's Moss. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bills have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 46. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably looking.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Watson slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Houston. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 101 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Now it's Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll toss this right side to Moss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty erases their earlier loss. Now it's 2nd and 8. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. This is Breida. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. Into the secondary past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw him off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Watson off play action. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They run again with Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Here's Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do it.